Hey everyone, welcome back to the Nobodies podcast. We're here for another wonderful edition with the same people with a special guest. So let's see who we got today.
Hey, it's me, Pete. And do you guys remember when Godzilla destroyed the garden? Pepperidge Farm remembers.
I'm internet celebrity Rob Lowe, and I remember when Godzilla played basketball against Charles Barkley.
Hey, I'm JP, and Pete took mine, damn it.
We're real good at that.
Terrell did that to me one time, so don't worry.
Well,
And I like how we broke this intro. It's the best.
I blame
Dale.
Pete. He'll fix it in post.
Yeah.
This is
And
live.
I'm Dale, proud supporter of the Earth Defense Force.
EDF! EDF!
Oh, Lord.
Up from the depths, 30 stories high, breathing fire, his head in the sky. It's Freddy.
Yeah!
Woohoo!
I'm so happy right now.
Does anyone know where that's from?
No.
Is that
Nobody.
what was like your theme song when you went to Japan? Like everywhere you walked around?
Yes.
That was the song just emanating off of your body.
No, I don't know if anyone remembers. Hanna-Barbera had a Godzilla cartoon series.
I do remember
I do
that.
remember
That was the
remember that
intro.
song.
I remember it existed.
Oh, okay.
Was that the one with Godzuki?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Goddamn.
Godzuki.
Yeah. Ugh.
All right, let's start the podcast.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba.
All right, so today's wonderful topic that I'm very much excited for, since this week is the Godzilla versus Kong movie coming out. Giant monsters, kaiju, whatever you want to call them. So, I don't know if I'm the most knowledgeable person here on them. I don't know who else really.
You are the most knowledgeable person here on that. Let's not kid ourselves. You're the most knowledgeable here.
I'm going to have to agree with that.
I mean, I imagine I'm probably number 2, but like a distant number 2.
There's like 5 rungs on the ladder between Freddy and Rob.
And then you got
Possibly
people
me.
like me and Jen who are just like, still, we have our foot on the first step, but we also have our other foot on the
You're
ground
like
still.
reaching up. We're like,
Do
come
I
up
want to
the
continue
ladder.
this climb?
You can do it. You can do it.
I'm afraid of heights.
Oh, he is
We're
afraid of
almost-
heights.
We're almost to Godzilla's ankle. Continue this ladder with me, my friends. We might make it to his left pec by sundown.
But before we start, I do want to specify that this Jen here is the JP/Jenny/Jen that we talk about in all our podcasts.
Oh, no. I have a reputation.
Yes.
You have a reputation to uphold, and we're glad to finally have you on.
Oh, dear.
So don't disappoint the fans, damn it.
Yeah.
Try. I'll try not to.
Give
All 22 of them.
I was gonna
22
say
of them,
3,
right.
but
I'll try not to. I will try and uphold my bad jokery and such and such.
All right.
Feel free to
such.
boo me.
See, this is Jen. I just also want to let you know that you're doing better than Sibs because we forgot to introduce her.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
We did do that.
That
Like
was
the
pretty
first
bad.
time we had her on, we forgot to introduce her,
No, it was
and
the
she
second
brought that
time.
up. And the second time we had her, it was great.
It was the second time we had her. We forgot to introduce her.
Oh, I thought it
No,
was
no,
the first
we-
time.
I think
No, it
so.
was the first time we forgot to introduce her, and in the second one, her intro was, "Hi, I'm Sibs," and they actually remembered to introduce me this time.
Oh God, you're
You have to be
roboting.
nicer to the
yeah.
females on
Speaking
here.
of
Come
roboting,
on.
Mecha Godzilla. Am I
Mecha
right,
Godzilla,
guys?
Yes. So, I'm going to start with a movie I watched yesterday, actually. It's a movie called
Okay.
Colossal. Has anyone heard of this one?
No,
I did see the title when I was looking up stuff about Kaiju.
Yes. It has some name Anne Hathaway and
As Anna.
was it Jason Sudeikis, I think? I can't
Which,
remember
can
off
I
the top
just
of my
make a quick segue? I recently found out that Anne Hathaway doesn't like to be called Anne, and that just she's been Anne Hathaway forever, and I'm like, how are you just gonna tell me this now, Anne? But
She's,
yeah, if you ever
breaking
see
hearts
Anne Hathaway in the streets, call her Annie.
Annie.
Oh, I was gonna say, what she prefers, like a dog or something.
Hey, dog.
Hey, a dog. Love doing that colossal.
But it was an interesting film for a giant monster film. Basically, there's this monster that starts attacking South Korea, and it turns out she's controlling it without realizing it. Like, every action she does, the monster does. But it's
I remember
only
hearing
when
about
she enters
this.
into a playground on this park. That's the only place.
Oh, that's so weird. I really like the idea of that.
Yeah, that's a neat idea. I do like this.
I always love
That
those
sounds
stories
like
of,
some crazy anime bullshit. Right
Yeah.
there. Not gonna
was-
lie.
I always love those stories of like the person's accidentally controlling the monster is some way connected to it. Like this thing kills everyone I hate, but I don't know that.
But yeah, no, like,
God,
there's one part where she starts, like, dancing, and she's like, look at the TV, look at your phone. And she's, like, dancing. They're like, what's going on? And it's just this giant monster just dancing now in the middle of South Korea.
That's
That's fantastic.
It was a decent film. You know,
I was gonna
it's-
say, if it has Anne Hathaway is like she doesn't just join on anything, so if
Yeah.
she's in on it, you know, it has to be at least decent.
Yeah, it's got about a 6.2 on IMDb, so.
It's got an 81 on Rotten Tomatoes.
I was gonna say 6.2 on IMDb is actually a good score.
Yeah.
Cause like even like just the highest rated, like, you know, you look at The Godfather and it's like, it's an 8. Like, ooh, what?
that box office though.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. It wasn't a, what's it called? Big release.
hit?
Yeah,
I-
it's probably like a
It didn't
limited,
even
right?
make back a
Nope.
third of its money.
Nope.
I
Oh,
imagine
wow.
it was probably one of those that
Yeah.
did like a week in like 10 theaters across the nation, then just
budget
banked on streaming and DVD
15
sales.
million. Box office 4.5 million.
You know what? I guarantee you, if you walk into a Walmart in that one section that I keep sending pictures to
In the
Dale,
bin.
this one's there. This
I'm pretty
one's
sure that's
there.
where I got it.
I was gonna say, is this one you and me went to fucking Big Lot?
Yeah.
No. That was that German zombie movie with
What?
Nazis. I don't know. I didn't get it.
Oh,
Dead Snow.
Nazi zombies?
I think it might have been Nazi zombies or
Oh,
something
God,
like
what are
that.
they called? I know the movie. I've watched it and the sequel.
It was on Blu-ray, and I'm like, do I want to get it? It's $5, and I wound up not getting it.
I don't know
But-
why I'm so angry right now that you just told me this is a sequel to that, Dale.
I'm trying to find it.
Is
I
it
can't
not
remember.
Dead Snow, or am I thinking of a different movie?
Maybe it is
it
that.
Dead
I don't. Might be.
Yes, it's
I don't
Dead
remember
Snow.
that might be it then. I don't remember the name.
It's actually Dead Snow is actually a really good movie.
Yeah, I've never seen it, but I heard it's actually supposed to be pretty good.
Yeah, it is. It's great. And then Dead Snow 2, Red vs. Dead, where they made communist
vs.
zombies. But that's not what this is about.
No,
Zombie kaiju.
that'd be
Well, I
pretty
mean-
interesting.
Yeah,
Actually.
you know what? Can we have like an undead Godzilla? I want
We
that.
never had Undead Godzilla. We did have a giant Frankenstein, though.
Ooh.
I was half expecting Frey to be like, well, that did happen back in '83.
Yeah.
No, I had to think like,
Godzilla versus zombie Godzilla.
yeah.
You guys, you know what I actually learned about while trying to research kaiju, so I can somewhat talk to you guys.
It
Is
doesn't
that
mean giant monster.
well, I wasn't gonna say that,
Wow.
but I was gonna say King
Spoilers.
Kong made his debut in a Godzilla,
In
wait.
a Godzilla.
It was
in a Godzilla film. Apparently, I looked it up. It's like King Kong made his debut
That
in a King Kong.
Doesn't
movie.
sound right.
Yeah, no, I think
'Cause-
you
No,
might be.
You're getting something
Kong,
really-
King Kong and a Godzilla.
I think you're
That's
thinking
what I
of
was
like
saying.
the like reboot universe, maybe.
I don't know.
Because
I need to
King
look it up.
Kong was
King
like
Kong
in the
came out in
30s?
1930, 1923. something
Yeah,
like
and
that.
then Godzilla was what, 50s?
1954.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think
King Kong-
whatever you
Has-
read,
has
Pete, is
anyone-
like
You might
probably to do
have-
with the monster universe that they're doing right
That,
now.
or you might have read he made his debut as a suit thing in King Kong versus Godzilla from
Maybe?
63.
Yeah.
Big
That sounds about
question mark
right.
on that one.
I don't know. Like, the
62.
thing I was looking
62.
at.
Okay, I was
was
close.
I mean, the fact
Okay,
that he's
so it's
over
probably-
under 1 year on these
Yeah.
things.
You know, it was probably his debut in the King Kong films. In that one, maybe that's what they meant.
Yeah.
There
maybe
was
they
a whole
Godzilla
slew
films.
of Toho King Kong films. Like King Kong,
Yeah.
was it King Kong
King Kong
versus,
versus Godzilla and King Kong Escapes.
yes.
Um,
Where I think that's the one where he fights RoboKong or something like that.
I
God
thought you were
damn
gonna
it.
say RoboCop, and I was gonna be like, "Yo, I
That'd be an
want to
interesting
watch
movie.
that."
I mean, he's been in WCW, so there's
Yes, it's
no,
true.
No telling where
he
he's
and
going to go
Sting
next.
are. Can we get this? Can we get the King Kong AEW crossover now?
But yeah, like I was saying, Kaiju apparently, I always thought it was just like big monster or whatever. It actually just literally means strange beast.
Mm.
It's not gonna
I never
apply to
actually
a
looked up
lot
the
of
definition
things.
of the word, so.
Because like looking at
Okay.
some stuff for this episode, I was like, well, what is considered like? I understand
Yeah,
big
it-
monster, but it's like then it's like, well, when you like Google it and you look it up, it's like, well, does Tremors count? Because that's a large monster.
Yeah, I have Tremors on my list, actually. I was going to talk about
Oh,
that.
really?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's,
okay.
that's American kaiju.
Yeah.
Okay, well, see, I again,
I mean, that's it. That's the thing, though, because if you kind of really want to be like, a big nerd about it, you could be like, oh, kaiju's only if it's Japanese or.
oh,
But then,
or it's not.
but then the whole idea of it is, hey, a giant monster is attacking whatever.
Fill in the blank location.
Or if you want
Yeah.
to be a real asshole, you could be like, well, Clifford the Big Red Dog.
Technically,
So-
a kaiju.
Technically, yeah.
Oh, man.
Actually, he's not
I-
a monster though,
I-
because he's
no.
nice.
No, but he does destroy
he's a
towns.
dog of monstrous size.
Yeah.
I thought like kaiju like had like almost like a criteria of like skyscraper size or something.
There's a
think
lot
it's
of
just-
like,
yeah, I don't
There's,
know if
it's,
it's the
it really
size.
all depends on who's coming
Yeah.
on to it and who's making up what rules, really.
Okay.
saw a great like alignment chart of like what technically counts.
Okay,
It's
because then like,
well, in the B movie, the humans are the kaiju.
What about monsters versus aliens?
I never seen that, so I don't know.
Cause there's like in Monsters vs. Aliens, it's not a good movie, but it's about this one woman who got like irradiated somehow and became a giant. So she gets taken by the government and thrown in like monster prison where there's like where there's like the giant. There's like a
There's like a
giant.
blob and like
There's a blob. There's a swamp thing. There is a termite man. There's a giant caterpillar which turns into Mothra, pretty much.
Oh, nice.
So
So I'm just like, this is definitely yeah.
So I found the alignment chart. So
Mm-hmm.
there's, it's broken down into origin and scale. So
Okay.
origin purist is kaiju must be Japanese monsters. Origin neutral is kaiju don't need to be Japanese, just monsters and a threat to society. Origin rebel, which is kaiju don't need to be a monster or a threat. For example, for that one, Tafiti from what was
Moana.
that? Yeah, Moana. Clifford and the woman from B movie. Then there's scale, which is scale purist. Kaiju must be at least 40 meters tall. Scale neutral, which is kaiju just simply means larger than a regular, such as Giga Bowser, King Kong, Clifford. And then
I like
scale
how
rebel.
every example they just try and throw Clifford.
Well,
in
in
there.
the chart, no, that's the cross section between scale neutral and origin rebel. And yeah, scale rebel, which is kaiju must simply be larger in scale than what they're interacting with, such as Sid from Toy Story.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Hey
great-
Pete, just so
great
you
chart.
know, according to Wikipedia, Evangelion is a kaiju
It's
media.
technically-
Yeah,
I mean, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
They have like those giant. They have the like. Okay, so if you think about it, Evangelion is Pacific Rim before Pacific Rim.
yeah.
It is
I can
literally
see
the
that,
same
yeah.
I mean,
shit.
if you-
They're in
I think
a,
it's
they're in
actually
a giant
take out the
robot where they're
story.
attached to by like nerve endings to control the giant robot using brainwaves.
Nerve endings.
The only difference, yeah, shut up.
Yeah.
The only difference, fucking pervert. The
What,
only
pervert? What?
difference
No,
is
it's called the thing's called nerve. Even I know that.
Oh, I thought you were talking about something else.
You're the freaking Evangelion
No, I-
nerd here, and you don't get the nerve reference.
I get I
The
understand
nerve of
that.
this guy over here.
Yeah,
God
right.
damn it.
God damn it. Boo.
Again, I
He's
can just
bringing
kick
the
her from
heat
the
today.
server.
Yeah, but you can't stop her from recording.
Can't stop, won't stop.
We just won't upload it.
We're gonna edit this. This whole
We're just
episode
talking.
is
We're just
gonna be
talking with
edited
her the
out in
entire time, where
post.
she's not even uploaded.
So Pete, talk about Evangelion,
Yeah.
Evangelion.
which by the way
I mean-
was inspiration for Pacific Rim.
So
I definitely remember hearing that.
Evangelion's just the classic anime that I didn't watch until I was in college because a lot of people were just like, "Hey, you look a lot like this guy," and I'm just like, "Who is this guy?" And then they're like, "This guy."
Is that all we have to do to get you watch animes? Pete, you look a lot like Spike Spiegel. Do you know
No,
who that
he doesn't
is?
even like that one.
No, we've discussed this before. Pete hates space westerns.
I know.
I don't. I just never watched any.
Ugh.
I mean, how many
But
else
yeah,
are
it's
there?
Evangelion was like a 90s anime that is just about like kids inside of giant fucking robots that are fighting aliens from outer space that are coming down to attack us that are dubbed angels. And there's not like, Jesus Christ, I don't want to get into what Ava is. There's so much
There's
of
a
I
what
separate
think
it
podcast
is.
you
for
also
that.
should double down on the fact that you said they are kids piloting robots, because every time you see like weird, sexy Asuka and Rei, realize they're like 12 in the anime.
They're
God,
they're
right.
not 12. They're 14 or 15, but still does not help their case.
Nope.
Yeah, it's still a little.
Yeah.
Thanks, Japan.
Damn it,
Oh my
Japan.
God! You know what? This is not the podcast to talk about it. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
we'll have the
talk
lowly
about it.
cast later.
No, we
no,
will
we're
not.
No.
We're gonna have the lolly rant next
We'll,
time.
we'll record that podcast and then burn it.
Make
Why didn't we do that?
Tune
with
in
the
next
waifu
time for
episode?
lowlies and traps all in one podcast.
Oh god.
Why
Speaking-
didn't we burn the waifu episode? What were we thinking?
Don't worry about it. But anyway,
the entire fan base falls away.
Yeah.
Yes, all 22 of them.
or grows.
So, guys,
Giant monsters.
are
Giant monsters.
so does it have to be a monster, or does it have to just be something
No.
big?
Something big.
Well, I
I
mean,
mean,
I have.
technically, Shadow of the Colossus counts as kaiju.
Yeah, I can see that.
Ooh.
So,
But what
so
about,
here's the
like-
thing, right? If it doesn't have to be a monster, it doesn't have to be it's like. Can
And
I?
it could literally be like Attack of the 50-foot tall Amazon woman.
Can I just? Can I?
Yeah.
Well, is a Gundam a kaiju?
No.
No,
it's
because
not.
a Gundam is a
Damn.
robot.
Because technically the
Robot.
robot was made to scale, so if for some reason you had like a human-sized robot that somehow turned into a giant robot, then I think that would count.
Or it
Oh,
was
Jet
like
Jaguar.
It had,
Yeah,
Jet
Jet Jaguar.
But
It's the one where he
like,
does the weird drop kick, like from like 50 feet away.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
on
no,
his
that's-
tail.
Oh, that's also Godzilla.
Yes, that's Godzilla. And Jet Jaguar was in like one movie.
Yeah,
And then
and
they-
Japan has no clue why Americans love Jet Jaguar.
Because we love alliteration.
Yeah. Also, he
doesn't?
looks so dumb.
Well, because he was a fan
He's a
contest
rip-off.
design,
Yeah, and he's basically a ripoff
Rip-off
of
of
like
Ultraman.
Ultraman, yeah.
and that's why they can't use him anymore unless he's in video games or comics.
Yep. Oh man,
So
but
speaking
I'm not
of
gonna
video
lie.
games-
Those Godzilla games, the fighting games, Destroy All Monsters
Oh,
and
good.
Unleashed in them, bro, they're great. And I will always like, even just every time I play it, even if it's just one match, I gotta beat Jet Jaguar because it's so dumb.
So
Like-
actually, speaking of Godzilla and favorites, going down the line, who is everyone's favorite monster from Godzilla
Besides Godzilla,
Besides Godzilla,
besides Godzilla?
um,
Because I got mine. I fucking love King Ghidorah.
I was gonna say
yeah,
I feel like you're a
Ghidorah's
King
up there.
Ghidorah man.
I'm trying to think. Just like there's
It's
so
just
many
so-
though.
It's just so cool looking.
Yeah, Mecha King Ghidorah's pretty badass looking too.
Yeah.
That too.
I don't know too many, but I like Mothra.
Mothra's
Mothra's
cool.
pretty cool.
I think I might be a Megalon guy actually.
Ooh, very nice.
Oh god, which one's Megalon?
Megalon is the beetle.
Yeah,
Oh yes, with the drill arms.
Yeah.
Gigan too. I like Gigan.
Yeah.
You know who my favorite monster was?
Who?
Matthew Broderick.
God damn it.
That's a lot of fish.
That's a lot of fish.
Pete's been trying to like segue into this Matthew Broderick
whole
since
time.
before.
The only one
Oh,
I
God.
know.
I didn't even realize that it was that movie. I forgot that movie existed.
And then the
Yeah.
pregnancy test, he's like, oh, it's pregnant.
Oh yeah.
I am Prego my ego.
Oh god.
Yeah, was that TriStar where he
That
looked
was
more like a
TriStar,
T-Rex? Yeah, where he looked like a T-Rex and was
Mhm.
somehow hiding in the city.
Yeah.
That was the best line. It's just like, we've lost track of him. It's like, how? How?
And he was
Did
checking
you
a
lose track?
giant lizard.
Oh man.
Which I mean,
Wasn't
that
there-
movie would have been better if it didn't have Godzilla's name on it. Like, it would have been.
I
Just as a
liked
generic,
it. I really
like,
liked that.
monster
I still like that
inspired
movie. I
by
will watch
Oh,
it.
I
Godzilla.
hated that movie.
Oh, I liked it.
I don't know if I've ever seen it from like start to finish.
I have.
Or I
I've
might,
only
I might
heard
have seen
about
it back in the day because it was on. I remember it used to be on like TV a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But
Somewhere in our box of junk, I think Siblings still has like the 12-inch tall Godzilla figure from that movie
Oh,
with
God.
the legs and the arms move, but like that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like the one you have,
Godzilla-
Fred.
Yeah. The Godzilla 98, though, I did not like that. 'Cause I was-
did
can't
anybody
imagine why.
like it? Isn't that like really reviewed?
Apparently,
like,
JP
trash?
liked it.
I liked it.
mean-
I really liked that movie.
It
I
was like
sorry.
if it was a remake of like The Beast of 20,000 Fathoms, that would have been such a better movie.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. It was Godzilla, which Toho bought the rights to that movie
Oh yeah.
Renamed
then-
Just so they could erase
Zilla.
it from life.
just so they could blow the shit up out of him in one of their movies.
Yeah, I was actually bringing that up where they brought it into a movie and everyone just fucking blew it up.
Yeah, no, it was Godzilla Final Wars, and for some reason, they're in Australia, and it's Godzilla and Zilla, and like Zilla just starts running towards Godzilla, and Godzilla's just like fuck you, and just tail smacks him. He goes flying into the Sydney Opera House, and then Godzilla just blows the fuck out of him with his atomic breath. All while Sum 41 is playing in the background,
What?
and then that's the only time you hear Sum 41 in the whole fucking movie for like 40 seconds. That's it.
What?
I
They
need
should
to
have been
watch
41
that.
seconds.
That's a good point.
Boo!
But it just,
I mean-
they did pretty much just bought him just to blow him up.
Okay, I'm on the Wikipedia for Final Wars. Dale,
Yeah.
this is I'm gonna read this line right. In later years, environmental disasters caused the appearance of giant monsters and superhumans, dubbed mutants, who are then recruited into the Earth Defense Force to
Force.
battle monsters.
Yes.
EDF,
Yep.
EDF.
Yeah. Oh my god.
No, Final Wars is a good movie. I really enjoy it.
I've always heard it was a good one, and I feel
yeah,
like
I've heard it's
because it's like it's giant monster battles and there's like crazy kung fu battles too.
I feel like I asked you, talked to you about this once, or maybe I was supposed to watch it with you.
Possibly, we could always watch it.
Yeah, I would not be against this.
So one thing that a lot of kaiju movies do is that they're actually kind of like weird environmental messages. Of course, Godzilla being the horrors of nuclear power, and also I think
That was a big
I've-
trope in like the 50s though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've heard a lot of people go back and forth on whether or not it was like, oh, look what America did to us, but like I think the director is going on record saying like, no, Godzilla is like our sins for the horrors that we did during World War II.
Yeah.
Like come back at us.
Yeah,
And
I
when
think
I
it was,
found
like,
that
a
out, I'm like,
mix of the
Yeah,
two.
because like Japan likes to cover up what they did in World War II, but like they know, they won't talk about it. Nobody will come out and say it. But
It's like
they
Germany. They were
know.
on vacation for the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
No one was here. We were all on vacation.
Because actually, yeah, what was it? I think the one of the later, after the earthquake and the tsunami that hit Japan.
Oh yeah.
The one after that was basically about how like the government handled it so badly because it's basically the entire
Yeah, Shin.
movie.
I believe
like,
that was the one.
yeah, Shin Godzilla. Like the entire time that Godzilla's fucking everything up, the government's just like, we're working on it.
Yeah.
We're sending a response team.
Oh,
Eventually,
you know who directed that one, right?
who?
Hideaki Anno,
Oh, okay.
who did Evangelion.
Yeah.
Well then.
Mr. Evangelion.
No relation.
Because they have a whole collaboration now between Godzilla and Evangelion merchandise, and they
Yeah,
have this
it's-
fucking
it's-
amazing Mecha
It
Godzilla
looks
one.
so good.
But it's
I-
$160 for the model kit.
Yeah.
And I'm
Not
like,
about to buy that.
I can't justify that.
Freddie,
Yeah,
was
so-
it? I don't remember if it was with you, but like, cause Shin Godzilla got released, Funimation got the rights to
Yeah,
it, so they
yeah.
released it here. At Comic-Con, whatever year that was, 2016. Yeah, they had like a booth there, and I ended up getting a picture with somebody in a blow-up Godzilla costume.
I don't think I was there for that. I've been to Comic-Con in years.
Oh yeah, sure, you're right. Yeah, I forgot who it was with, but yeah, I have a picture of me and just a Godzilla.
I know one year I went there, I found out like the last day, like, oh yeah, there's Godzilla suit actors here, and I'm like, how come no one told me? Like, it was not even on the website. Like, oh yeah, they're down like a booth in the artist alley. I'm like,
Oh my god.
what?
Jeez Louise.
Like the same thing happened Comic-Con like 3 years ago. I wasn't there, but my friend, my other friend Jen, called me. She's like, "What's your favorite Beck character?" And I'm like, and I was like, whatever, whoever. She's like, all right. And then she comes back to me. She gives me this like, what's it called, program, and I'm like, okay. Yeah, the creator of Beck was there. No, didn't even announce him. Just had him at a random booth.
Mr. Beck.
And I'm just like, I would have fucking paid tickets to go there and meet him.
Yeah, Comic-Con's real good about that.
Yeah. But let's get back to giant monsters and kaiju.
Yeah, I was
and-
actually gonna say,
Beck
speaking
was
of
the monster all along.
Beck was the monster the whole time. Turns out we were the kaiju the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh man,
The
the
real
kaiju was
Becks
us
were the
all
monsters
but yeah.
we found all along.
It was the kaiju in your heart that mattered.
God damn it. The movie, I don't know if anyone's seen it. It's a South Korean movie, I think. Yep, South Korean. The Host.
Yes.
That is a
I've seen
fantastic monster.
That was really good. I like that one.
Yeah. Which,
Isn't that
the message
book
there was-
by, the fucking-
No, not that one.
no.
You know what I'm
The
talking
other
about.
one, Rob.
Yeah.
What's-
There's
I
just
don't
like 3 movies called The Host, and I'm just like, which one are you talking about? You gotta be.
yeah, the one where basically, like, there was some part where, like, it was inspired by a real incident where a Korean mortician working with the U.S. military dumped a absurd amount of formaldehyde down the drain, and South Korea just really didn't even care or look into the effects it would have on like the environment.
Oh, Jesus.
And basically, the movie is about like a American military pathologist orders his Korean assistants to dump 200 bottles of formaldehyde down the drain. And over the course of the next few years, like some horrible monster starts like killing off the fish, and there's like these weird sightings. And then once the fish are gone, it starts going for people.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
And its
It wants to
design
feed.
is amazing.
Oh yeah,
I'm
it's a
just
very
gonna
good
put
design.
I'll put it in the general chat. But yeah,
Oh, I
it's
don't know if I can switch screens.
it's so creepy.
don't worry about
Yeah,
and
yeah, don't.
so good.
yeah, we don't need your.
Yeah,
your
we don't
shit
need you to
blow.
break yourself.
Oh
You can
my
watch-
god.
It looks like a Resident Evil monster.
It's like a Resident Evil monster crossed with I think Jen mentioned Blue Gender, or she was going to.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Is
what
that
that is. That's like a Resident Evil. It's like a fish lizard.
Oh,
That's
my God,
like
I see that.
half Resident Evil, half Blue Gender.
Yeah, anyone listening at home,
And by
just look up the host
anybody
monster.
who remembers Blue Gender, that means its mouth it looks like a certain thing.
Yeah, what is blue gender? If the two of you would care to explain that, 'Cause I have no idea.
Oh, God, it's been so long since I've seen it, but,
It's an anime
It-
from it aired on Adult Swim. What that was like early
God, it was
2000s.
years ago.
Yeah, and they
Um,
only aired it like once. It never like I don't think it ever did a replay. Because I remember watching it like when it first came out, and it just never. But
It came out between
anyway,
99 and 2000.
that was probably Japan. I think America came in later.
I don't know. I pulled it up on IMDb, but like it. I think they were trying to go because I think Ava was getting really good reviews and stuff like that, and I think they were trying to go like maybe sort of like Big Monster like that because like they were in robots fighting these monster things, and then like this guy, oh God, what was his
Yeah,
name?
it was like post-apocalyptic future, and there's like
Yuji.
Oh yeah, was that his name, Yuji?
Yeah, Yuji Kaido.
That,
And like he like wakes up out of this
I
like,
remember
cold
I
sleep
remember
or
I remember
something.
Marlene was the girl. But yeah, so they're kind of they're kind of futuristic, and they're soldiers. And Yuji had like a special power, right? That's why he could fight the monsters, even though he wasn't a soldier.
Yeah. He. Oh God. It was like
And
he could.
they made a movie too.
See
I remember they
something
did
or
I don't
something,
think I ever
and
saw the movie.
he could
but
sense
I
it.
know they made it. Yeah, he can sense. I'm gonna Wikipedia open because legitimately it was only aired that I feel like that one time, and then it never made it never got reruns or anything. And I was into it at the time, but it was also not great. It was kind of like in parts kind of get really slow and weird a bit.
Yeah, it didn't really grab, I guess, the audience like they were hoping. Because I remember seeing it off and on, and then it just like disappeared. Because it was in I think it was it Adult Swim or Toonami?
It was Adult Swim because it was a late night.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely remember that.
And it was.
Oh, here you go. In 2009, Yuji Kaido is an average young male diagnosed with a serious disease, bonitis, and is put into a cryogenic stasis until a cure is found.
Bonitis.
22 years later, he's awakened in the midst of a raging battle between armored soldiers and insectoids called the Blue, which have overrun the Earth.
And yeah, I'm looking at some of their designs. Yeah, definitely
questionable
coochie
mouths
theme going on. A lot of coochie mouths.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Roast.
original ecchi.
The original edge.
Um,
Damn it.
yeah, dude, it's been so long.
I know. I kind of want to go like on a spree and find it and watch it now.
Yeah, because it wasn't bad, but it also wasn't like it's interesting. That's the thing. Plot wise, it's really interesting.
A little bit slow, but
yeah, because I think that was a 20-something episode show,
26.
and it really probably should have been like a 12.
Oh boy, it takes place 10 years from now. And you know what?
Yuji's already on cryogenic sleep right now. He's sleeping right now. Bonitis.
Wind's disease.
Wind's disease.
All he does is win no matter what.
No, never mind.
Yeah, it's an inside joke.
Apparently.
It's along the lines of bonitis.
But yeah.
Anyway.
But yeah, Blue Genders. That was alright.
Yeah, I've never seen that. Maybe I'll have to check it out.
It looks interesting.
It's definitely worth a watch.
Maybe we could do a movie night or watch a bunch of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, what else you got for us, Freddie?
One of the best films ever made, Ghostbusters.
Oh my God, the Stay Puft Man.
Yep.
Oh.
I was thinking I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Yeah.
I mean, giant monster destroying a church.
That's true.
Pretty much.
But then, does that also mean the Statue of Liberty because it became quote unquote like sentient because of the goo, or no?
I could see that being a maybe.
We don't talk about Ghostbusters.
Like a real gray area.
I like Ghostbusters too.
No, it's fun. It's a good movie. It's a fine movie. Everyone just shits on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's no Ghostbusters 1, but it definitely holds its own.
Yeah.
You know what's a great kaiju film is Crank High Voltage.
Okay, I was talking about that the other day with somebody. When are we getting Crank 3?
I know, right?
Because the end basically says, "Hey, this is happening."
But it hasn't happened yet.
And it's at least 10 years now, right?
There's a scene in Crank High Voltage where Jason Statham is fighting a dude, and that's the one where he's gonna die if he doesn't keep getting electrocuted.
Yeah.
And there's a part where they're in a, what would you call it? Like a oh god, like not like a place where they have like the power pylons or generators or whatever.
Power plant?
It's usually like a caged off area of like a building where all the generators
Power
are.
plant.
No, it's not
Was it power
like the
plant?
electrical area. Like
Yeah.
I can't think of the word. There's probably a word for it. I just don't know it.
But yeah, him and this guy are fighting, and they end up like getting hit into the generators, and they grow into like these cartoonish kaiju versions of themselves, and they start fighting in this like super like, oh god, what is it like?
They all
it's not
have,
even,
like, the-
claymation. I think it's just dudes in suits in like a small area, and they're fighting. And then it cuts to the end where they're just hallucinating it, and he's just got the guy on the ground and he's just beating the shit out of him. Oh, that was such a great scene. Yeah, when is Crank 3?
Eventually.
It's never gonna happen. I know the director said they wanted Nicolas Cage as the villain of the third one.
Oh my
I mean,
god.
he'll
was
probably
originally-
do it.
Because they
He'll do
wanted him
anything.
to be the main character, but they couldn't get him. So they got Jason Statham instead.
Not a bad trade-off.
Yeah. Oh no, he's great. I love Jason Statham. So, do we want to talk about the big one of Pacific Rim?
Ooh, we could talk about Pacific Rim, yeah.
The Rim of Pacific.
What about Atlantic
Anyone
Rim?
who hasn't seen it, it is an American movie, right? Yeah.
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 Yeah, so it's the American kaiju movie where it's like global warming caused giant monsters to come out of the ocean, so we gotta fight them with big robots.
Yeah, I don't think that's what happened. There was a
It's like a rift in-
it was like a
Rift
there's a
between
rift in,
dimensions.
yeah,
Something like that.
and I don't think
The
global
breach.
warming causes that.
It was well, because they all have environmental.
If anything, it was the BP oil spill.
We're sorry.
Sorry.
that might have actually
But-
been it.
Yeah. Like I wouldn't be surprised if the movie started out with, "We thought we had it all cleaned up, but we were wrong."
I mean,
But yeah, giant monsters coming out of the Pacific Ocean. We gotta pilot Jaegers now.
Jaeger bomb?
Yeah.
Yep, we gotta do some Jaeger bombs, getting some giant robots.
I actually still have my which one is it?
Your
Gypsy
Jaeger
Danger
bomb?
poster. No, you know. Yes, I still have my Jaeger bomb on the wall. I have the Gypsy Danger poster, which is the name of the main the
big
main
blue one.
Jaeger, aka giant robot.
Yeah, is
They
there
don't
a
call
list-
them giant fighting robots because that's too anime. We gotta call them Jaegers.
Is,
So
there, is there a list of the name of the mechs anywhere? Because they're pretty great.
Maybe
It should be on like Wikipedia or something.
Google it. I'll just do it right now.
I like the concept for like the piloting of the machines and whatnot, because it's really interesting that you at a minimum need two people, that it's a neuralink. It's really interesting to me. And then also on the technical side of it, like the creation of the movie, because I'm kind of a nerd with that kind of stuff, that what they went to make it look as authentic, like not as much CG as in like, oh, you're standing in a green room and whatnot, but like to actually have like physical sets and stuff. That was really cool with that movie as well.
Guys, there is a lot more Jaegers than I thought.
Well, they had a second movie in a comic book, didn't they?
That might be why
I
there's so
did
many.
read the comic book,
'cause
yes.
I will now just name a few. I'm not going to go through them all. There's apparently 5 different Mark versions, an unknown classified, and a non-canon one. I don't know why that's even here then. Gypsy, the main one from the first one, is Mark 3. I'm assuming Mark 1 was from the flashback, where you have the Coyote Tango, Romeo Blue, Cherno Alpha.
Cherno!
There's more. I'm not going to go into it. I'm just going to go a couple from Mark II. Solar Prophet. I like that one. That's going to be what I'm going to call my new band, the Solar Prophet. There's also the Eden Assassin, Diablo Intercepts.
Diablo Intercept was my favorite name. Such a good name.
Mark III, along with Gypsy Danger. There's Matador Fury, Shaolin Rogue, Atlas Destroyer. Mark IV, there's a couple. The Crimson Typhoon.
Oh, I found a list of the ones in the first movie.
Yeah.
Tacit Ronin, Romeo Blue, Horizon Brave, Gypsy Danger, Striker Eureka.
You're just gonna plow through them all. Fine. Go for
Cherno
it.
Alpha, Crimson Typhoon, and Coyote Tango. Yeah. But yeah, Diablo Intercept is such a good name.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the second one. Was it any good?
I heard it was horrible.
Never. Yeah, I didn't see it because I heard it was bad, so I didn't even go see it.
It was fine.
I'm
You
sure
sound
it was
so
more
convincing, Rob.
Yeah.
I mean,
What-
it's
what is
okay.
the
You know what?
second
It's
movie?
not as if the first is a high bar.
Oh yeah.
But
Well,
yeah, the
also,
second-
I can't help but feel that they kind of solved the problem in the first one. Like, there's no real reason to make a sequel because they kind of fixed the problem. It was probably
it's more
the movie
problems,
seemed
Pete.
like-
You can't just fix problems by blowing things up.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you tell that to America, they'll tell you you're wrong.
Jesus.
Yeah, it says received mixed reviews.
Either
Oh,
way,
because it was directed by someone else. Yeah, no shit, it was worse then.
The comic was kind of cute, or at least the one that I had found a comic. It was kind of cute. The way they, I liked the artwork and stuff like that, and it was short. And I think they were planning on doing a live action based off of it, if I remember correctly. But
I will always, anytime I think of Pacific Rim, I always think of there's this old webcomic that's defunct now called Manly Guys Doing Manly Things. And there's this one comic where it's the two main characters walking down this hallway, and the dude's like, "So wait, I was in your head. How could I not know we had a sword?" She's like, "I'm sorry, Riley. I chose to hide that part of my mind from you." He's like, "We can do that? What? Wait, why would you hide the sword and not all the childhood trauma stuff?" She's like, "Because I wanted to use the sword." Just kills me every time I think about that. Just the fact that it's just like, yeah, okay. The fact that, like, yeah, I saw your family get killed. How come I didn't know about the sword?
All right. I just want to go into like classics before we get into like really other big stuff. Has anyone ever seen Tarantula?
nope.
no.
It's literally mutated giant tarantula just going around attacking everything, and they use an actual tarantula on mini sets for it.
I saw the
Um,
some of the screen grabs of it, and I was like, oh man, like, because like in the day, because it's a black and white movie, I think, right?
Yeah, it's black and white.
I was like, oh man, they did a really good job, and it was like, oh, it's a giant spider, like it's an act
It's
like
an
they
actual
did a real
giant
like
tarantula.
yeah, it's like they did a really good like close up of it and stuff like that. I was like, oh okay, that's
Yeah, and they did like a lot of compositing stuff, which was really good for back in the day. Then there's also things like, because it was a very popular genre back in the day, was giant insect movies. So there's also Them. Anyone seen Them?
The one with the giant ants.
Yes.
I haven't seen it. I've seen plenty of things about it, though.
Oh, it's a funny movie. I enjoyed it.
I think we've also discussed another great giant insect movie, Eight-Legged Freaks.
Oh, I
Yes.
saw that. Yes, that one's hysterical.
Eight-Legged Freaks is always good.
Love that. If you ever want to see Scarlett Johansson tase a guy in the nuts, watch that movie.
Oh, that's right. She was in that. I forgot about that.
Yeah, she's the daughter of the main.
Yeah. It's been so long
Yeah.
since I've seen that movie.
Which I think we talked about before, but like, yeah, basically it's just like radioactive waste truck, which is just essentially the truck-coon of kaiju
yeah,
movies.
it's the truck-coon of America.
Yeah, man, that was such a big concern for a while in America, was trucks full of toxic waste, pouring toxic waste on creatures and making them bigger.
Listen, guys, you made me think of this just now. Is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles technically a kaiju?
No. I mean, some of the
Because
enemies
they're
they
bigger
fought-
than their
The
average
enemies.
size. They're essentially
I mean, they
giant-sized
are
turtles.
mutated by ooze.
Yeah.
Which
In
isn't
a
that tied
way.
into what's it called too? Daredevil. Isn't that what it's supposed to be?
Oh yeah, it was toxic waste. Got fucking splashed
Yeah,
in his
that
face.
splash in his eyes is the same stuff that splashed on the turtles that mutated them.
It's all
Really?
connected.
When
Yeah.
did that make a connection?
I don't know, but I've been told that numerous times by different people.
Huh. That's interesting.
That's the true secret of the ooze.
Oh,
Anyway.
damn.
It's not Kevin Nash tearing his quad.
Wow.
That's Super Shredder.
But yeah, Eight-Legged Freaks, it's great. It's toxic ooze spills into a marsh. Guy who owns massive spider collection gets crickets from there, feeds them to spiders, they become huge. And kill everyone. It's great.
That
Fun
movie's
movie.
hysterical.
That movie is absolutely fantastic. That movie is flawless.
What about Big Ass Spider?
I was gonna bring that one up too.
Wait, I forgot about that movie.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
that is a thing.
That's the name
Big
of
ass
the movie?
spider.
Yes, it's just big ass spider.
Yes, I saw that one on this list too.
It's from 2013. It stars I think one of the guys from Heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the guy that played the mind reading cop.
Mhm.
I want to say I watched that.
It's been a while. I mean, so many came out on Netflix. So that was a
2013 was
while
a
ago.
long time ago.
Yeah. Yeah. But I
Well-
kind of remember it. It wasn't the greatest.
No, not at all. I guess a lot of Asylum movies are also considered kaiju movies.
Yeah, that could be true. Yeah.
Two-headed shark attack.
Oh god, yes.
Anacondas.
That movie's Anacondas.
Those aren't Asylum ones though.
Oh, that's true.
Are those not Asylum?
I'm pretty sure they're not Asylum. Anaconda? Wasn't that like mainstream studio?
I just had it up.
But yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that was a mainstream studio because that had humongous play.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, it was definitely.
I don't know. I can't find it offhand.
Oh well, doesn't matter. Creators of hit movie Atlantic Rim, Asylum.
Wait,
Oh
is that
god,
real?
I saw that. I saw that while I was looking this up.
yeah,
fucking
those were the rip-off
Columbia
movies that
Pictures.
Asylum did.
Oh, that's right. Okay, Columbia or Paramount? No, Columbia.
Yeah, something like that.
Whatever.
I just saw Columbia.
An actual like big name.
Yeah.
And wait, Asylum's the production team that does the zombie show that I like, right?
Probably.
Oh yeah, Dead State. Oh god, what's it called?
Is that iZombie, that one?
No. It's that we'll talk about later. It's not important.
Yeah, I don't know. Silence.
Silence. Then blackness.
I do want to bring up real quick, just quick nods to Willis O'Brien and Ray Harryhausen because those guys were masters at claymation type stuff, like animatronic. Not animatronic, but animation. Like Beast of 20,000 Fathoms, Sinbad, Jason the Argonaut, Clash of Titans. Willis O'Brien did King Kong, The Lost World, Mighty Joe Young. Like they
Mighty
all
Joe
did
Young.
stop. Yeah, they did all did stop animation for that. So, I mean, King Kong is that really is that the first really big monster film? Can't think of anyone earlier than that.
Earlier than
King Kong.
no, I think that's credited as the first.
Yeah, so I mean, genre defining then, and he did all that great special effects work on it. So I just want to give a quick shout out to them, even though I think they're both dead now.
Damn.
Shout out to dead people
I'm sure
wherever
they
you
appreciate
are.
it still.
Undead
Pour one out for the
Godzilla.
homies.
Pouring out for the homies.
But yeah, what else? Pete,
I know-
you got anything else?
The Rampage movie.
Do I have
I saw that. I'm like half tempted to like watch that, but I'm like, I don't know. That's an interesting mashup there.
Oh, Rob, Z Nation.
Z Nation. There you go.
I don't know if that's Asylum, but yeah, Z Nation. I need to finish that. But yeah, the
too.
Rampage movie. Has anyone actually seen it?
Yeah.
No, I wanted to, that I didn't get a chance to.
Oh, it's actually really good.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, Rampage the game probably like one of my first exposures to like kaiju.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Rampage the movie. Rob, fucking explain this movie because it's ridiculous. I can't believe Rob's dead again.
Oh no.
But yeah, basically, it's about a what was it like? There's a space station and like a laboratory rat mutates because they're doing experiments on it, and then like it crashes into Earth, but like some shit happens and a number of canisters are released, and one is swallowed by a crocodile in the Everglades. Another is another is exposed to a wolf in Wyoming. And then you got Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and one canister crash lands into a albino gorilla's habitat that he watches after, and it mutates. So you got all three of the original monsters from Rampage. You got the giant ape, giant lizard, and a wolf.
Okay.
And it's like actually legitimately a good movie.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I'm looking at the IMDb about it.
I saw that movie, actually. I was on vacation, and the hotel I was at had like a one theater movie screen, and they had it on release day somehow.
That's weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's actually a pretty good movie. Like, the action's pretty decent.
The Rock's doing the Rock things.
The Rock is The Rock. I mean, you don't need to know much else.
He hits the rock bottom on Larry.
But yeah, there's also like this weird fucking reference to the game, because in the game you would restore health by busting open windows and eating women in red dresses. And I mean, it came out a couple years ago. But yeah, there's a scene towards the end where like a villain specifically is wearing a red dress and has the cure, and one of the creatures eats her, and it's just like, because I didn't realize, I'm like, why is she suddenly wearing a red dress? Like, she was not wearing that like a scene ago. I looked it up later, and it's like, yeah, it's a reference to like healing. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
So
Speaking of The Cure,
I gotta watch that.
South Park.
Oh my god. Yes. I was gonna try to find a way to bring this up because I'm like, I don't know much. I'm pretty sure South Park's one episode with Mecha Streisand counts, though. They literally have the fairies that summon Mothra, though.
I forgot about that.
Mecha Streisand!
It's like, oh my god, I love your work. Can I get your autograph?
And then she just goes. So that was my first exposure to like anything Godzilla, Kaiju. But to be fair, I watched South Park at a young age, and I probably shouldn't have been watching it.
Yeah.
I don't think any of us should have watched it when we did.
Wait,
what?
It's a cartoon. How could you not watch?
Sorry, the what we did?
Watching South Park at a young age.
At a young age, yeah.
No, I wasn't allowed to.
I wasn't allowed to either.
I wasn't either, but when I went to my cousin's house, my aunt and uncle didn't give a fuck. Like, whenever I went to their house, I watched all the shit I wasn't supposed to. South Park, Family Guy. That's how I found out about Family Guy. Adult Swim.
Talking to people on AIM.
No.
Oh, you're so young. Ugh.
But yeah, Mecha Streisand, that was great. That was
Yeah, I love that episode so much.
Was that triangle a reference to something, Freddy? It probably was.
I just can't remember. Because so many stupid plot holes in Godzilla movies that I didn't. Once they got into like the 70s, it was all fucking bets off.
Yeah.
Space apes and fucking
Space apes.
underground cults.
Go on.
Dale's like, do they have a website?
Oh, but you know what? I think I can actually talk about one. Obviously not Godzilla 1998 from America.
Yeah.
But Cloverfield.
Cloverfield, yeah.
I love that movie. It gave, like, I wish there was a version they can come out with that doesn't have camera shake.
Yeah, that's my
Because
whole
it gave
issue
me,
with
it kind of gave headaches to not just me, but a lot of people.
Yeah, I was.
I still love
sitting
that
front row
movie.
for that movie. Not the best experience.
I have motion sickness and I cannot watch that movie, but I've seen it.
It is great though. Like, it's like, because if you think about it, it's essentially a Godzilla movie from the perspective of people who are being attacked by Godzilla.
Yeah.
Except, there's little extra, like, little parasites on Godzilla.
Yeah, there's little parasites that fall off that apparently make people explode.
Yeah, when they bite you. That's weird.
Cause
But yeah, I love that movie.
That movie was good.
Really
The
good.
whole campaign around it, like the viral marketing stuff, was really cool too.
Yeah.
Like you had to figure out clues to figure out what was this. They had that like slushy website.
Also, I remember specifically, back when I still had cable, I remember I woke up to get ready to go to school one day, and I thought I saw Cloverfield on one of the movie channels, and I went to it, and it was a porno called Cleavage Field. Now, here's the thing. It's like, you think you would imagine that they would just like somehow like just say that there's a monster in the background? No. They went out of their way to have like a fucking Puff the Magic Dragon type monster attack the city and walk down in terrible CGI. And I'm just like, this is the most intriguing porno I've ever seen. Also, I was younger, so I was just like, this is one of the few pornos I've ever seen.
Oh wow, 2008. Yeah, jeez.
Like,
Yeah, that was a while ago.
Yeah, it was like a 18-year-old me back before I had my own computer, and it was just like,
Well then.
what?
Yeah, one thing about that movie though that I made a weird connection with that movie that I just cannot stop thinking about when I think about Cloverfield. Who here has played Final Fantasy X?
Me.
Yeah. All of us.
Literally, the opening of that game is just Cloverfield.
Oh,
Think
yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah.
Super huge city. Giant monster shows up. Has tiny monsters coming off of it.
But that came out first, so Cloverfield ripped off Final Fantasy.
Final
X.
Fantasy X, 2001.
Sin confirmed Kaiju.
Sin is the Cloverfield monster.
Oh, man.
Yes,
I saw this movie in the
Sin is a
theaters,
kaiju.
too.
Wait, what movie in theaters?
I watched Cloverfield in theaters, and
okay.
That must have hurt.
oh god. Well, I had watched The Wicker Man with Nick Cage before that, and then we just walked across the hall to the next movie, and like we watched Cloverfield, and it was just like it was a big difference.
Yeah.
Well, like this was like midday, like my friends all worked at a movie theater, so we got tickets for the 3 movies we saw, but like it just so happened it was like one after another. We saw the 3 in a row, and Cloverfield was right after The Wicker Man.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
back in my day, we just left one theater, went to the next one after the movie was done.
So we were allowed to jump theaters because that's what we went there to do for that day.
Yeah. Look at JP following the rules, paying
Oh,
for
man.
movies.
What's the statute of limitation on crime?
Oh man. Then we would have gotten caught for so much jaywalking. Leave it alone.
We have wanted posters for the amount of jaywalking we've committed.
They'll never catch us.
Never. Some say we're still jaywalking to this day.
I only jaywalk. I don't know what you're talking about.
Jaywalk to run away
guys.
from giant monsters.
Hell
Yes.
yeah.
Attack on Titan.
I
Yeah,
was thinking
surprised that's been mentioned.
that would be considered
Yeah,
part of it.
I would consider that a kaiju based on
Yeah.
terms and everything, because it's literally just giant people that eat other people and destroy towns and cities.
Yeah, I can see that being one.
Yes. For
Yeah.
those who don't know, get with the times. Come on, anime is mainstream, bro. Be cool like the kids.
Nerd.
It's an anime about people in the last bastion of the world, which is surrounded by the Great Wall of China, keeping out giant monsters that are trying to eat them. But those
Blue
monsters
gender?
are just giant people that want to eat little people, aka us.
Humans.
I gotta say,
Yeah.
some of the designs of the Titans are pretty great.
They're
Or
some of them are
terrifying.
terrifying, and some of them are just silly.
Yeah. Oh, like the fat one that runs super fast.
Yes. Or fucking like, what was that? Galileo looking motherfucker from the first season that like
The
bit off
Santa one?
Armin's like the arm. What? The Santa one, I guess. He looked like Aristotle or some sort of like like Greek philosopher. Like no joke. I'm just like,
I
where
just
who
call him next to
designed
someone,
this?
put a Santa hat on it, and said, "I see you for Christmas." And I just laughed at that picture so much.
I'll be honest, I couldn't get into it. I watched like the first 3 to 5 episodes, and I don't know, it just didn't grab me.
I watched the first season. I really want to continue watching it, but I never picked it back up because there was such a huge gap.
Dude, it was what, 2 years, 3 years?
No, it was like 4 or
it
5
4?
years. Like from
Jesus.
season 1 to season 2, there was a
Jeez. I knew it was
huge
something
gap.
like that.
Yeah.
It was huge. And there was no right with how long it took so long because it was one of the most popular shows of the time.
I
It
like
was
the manga better,
ridiculously
but,
popular, and they still waited. And because they waited, a huge, they have a huge following again now. But they lost a ton of people.
Yeah.
But that that's neither here nor there. It's considered in my book a kaiju.
I think people largely consider it a kaiju. Also, thank you for the Foley work.
The what work?
I said
Foley.
you close the book.
Oh yeah.
That's what that's called, Foley work. It's
Okay.
the art of making sound effects.
Fancy.
So, Earth Defense Force.
EDF.
Yeah.
EDF.
EDF.
So, Earth Defense Force is a series of games about the Earth Defense Force, who
No
fend
shit.
off aliens, who are invading the Earth, most of which are just giant bugs.
I was about to say giant fucking praying mantis, man.
It's like Starship Troopers.
Yeah, more or less.
But in,
I think
in
they're actually
4.1 they add kaiju. They had
Yeah.
Ghetto Godzilla.
I think it's worse though than Starship Troopers because the monsters are much bigger. Starship Troopers is you're fighting bugs the size of a semi truck. In EDF, you're fighting bugs the size of a skyscraper.
Okay.
It's a little different.
Yeah, was it 4.1 where they added just really? Oh yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, it's 4.1
that's
because
just bootleg
4 doesn't
Godzilla.
have them. That was the big selling point of
Like
4.1.
Godzilla.
It's a giant lizard-like creature with glowing horns. It's a video, so I can't copy and paste it. But yeah,
That's fine.
Wow. Yeah. Because I have 4.1. I haven't played it because I heard it was a lot better in co-op. Yeah, there's just straight up dragons in it. Jesus Christ.
And actually, I don't. I mean, I guess they have it in 4 regular, but they have the giant walking robot zombie alien thing.
Oh yeah, I think that was in Insect Armageddon as well.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's everything.
It's the same game every time they release
Yeah.
it, but for the most part.
You know what the worst part about 4.1 is? The frame rate is better.
That's what really draws you to EDF is the poor frame rate.
Yeah, I want to destroy buildings and
'Cause that
just
means
go
you-
into single digits on frames.
Because that means you know you're doing a good job when the game can't handle up to your destruction.
Exactly.
EDF is the definition of jank.
Oh, Jay.
But it's good jank.
No, yeah, that's why I was sad I wasn't there for the licensed video game episode. Because I'm like, someone put up a jank counter. Because between me and Rob saying jank.
Accurate.
Take a shot every time me and Rob say jank.
We do not condone alcohol poisoning.
Damn,
No.
I found one for you.
Oh?
It's called
One
King
what?
Crab Attack, and it came out in the 50s.
I love it already.
Crab people?
I don't know.
looking it up.
I'm seeing this ad for it, like a poster picture of
Cover
it.
is amazing.
Let me see if I can throw this over there in the.
But yeah, anything else for us, Freddy?
I mean, I have a few more things, but I don't know if anyone's seen this one yet. It's new. I haven't seen it. Monster Hunter.
Monster Hunter, the video game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they made a movie.
Literally
Just came out
What?
a couple of weeks
December.
ago, right?
I think December it came out in the theaters,
Yeah.
and it just came out on DVD now.
By my arch nemesis, Paul W.S. Anderson.
Yep.
Starring your other nemesis, Mila Jovovich.
Nemesis? Oh. I don't care about Mila Jovovich.
It's
I don't care about
Jojo,
Mila
Jojo,
Jojo Star
Jojo.
Adventure.
Bitch.
She's whatever. I've seen her be good in some stuff, but yeah. Yeah, I didn't really hear anything about it. I just heard
Yeah,
that
so
like
I was
the development
wondering.
was a nightmare because like people die when Paul W.S. Anderson makes movies.
That's the movie that the like stunt woman like lost her arm, right?
What?
I think so, yeah.
Could be.
Yeah, he does not care about the safety of his stunt workers. Like, I think someone died during one of the Resident Evil movies. Someone lost a limb for Monster Hunter.
That's
And-
terrible.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit and shouldn't be allowed to make movies ever again. Sign my petition.
Sign this GoFundMe.
Yeah, then there was like that whole like weird thing was it was banned in China because there was a scene where like the characters are in something and there's like this Asian character who's like, look at my knees, and someone says, what kind of knees are these? Like Chinese, and China's like, no.
Hey, guess what? We don't have Terrell, but we killed Rob.
Yeah. Wait, Ron Perlman's in it?
What?
Ron Perlman was in Monster Hunter.
Oh, you know what that means, right?
What?
Monster Hunter and Pacific Rim are in the same universe.
It's confirmed.
Confirmed, okay. And Fallout.
Oh, I'm crying.
Rob Lowe is literally Terrell right now.
Oh, jeez. I will hold that like a badge of honor.
Yeah, I heard it wasn't that great. Anyway.
Yeah, so I was just wondering if anyone saw it yet.
I mean, even like pre-production stuff just did not look hot on that.
No, there was like this whole thing where everyone's like, oh yeah, the creature that they're using, it's an herbivore. Like, there's no reason it should be attacking the group.
Jesus.
Because isn't it like it's like army people who then get transported to a different world or something?
Yeah, they get isekai'd.
Wait, they were transported to a
Yes.
faraway planet?
Yes.
To a world where monsters rule?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Did they play the game like an ace?
Possibly.
Because now they're in that place.
Stop. Just stop.
We've already made this joke in a past podcast.
I'm going to do it as many
server.
times as I possibly can.
Damn it.
The I will say though, like I usually write stuff down for when I can so I can have stuff to talk about. I'm on my last thing because a lot of stuff people brought up already, and I didn't really write a lot of stuff down to begin with. But we can go back to Megas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, yeah.
Megas
Megas-
definitely, yeah.
is
All the
essentially
villains.
a kaiju. It's like it's a kaiju battle series almost if you think about it.
Freddy,
Just
do
you know,
Do you think the Megas could defeat Godzilla?
no,
No,
I do not think.
I don't
Yeah.
think so.
Maybe future version would be able to be more responsible.
Evil Coop?
Yeah, Evil Coop. The future Evil Coop would
Maybe.
probably have enough know how to handle a evil Godzilla by that point, but not like standard Mega XLR Coop. I don't think he would be able to.
I
beat
think
it.
Atomic Breath will knock him out.
I think he'd be too excited.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think the regular Coop would be able to handle it.
Yeah, he'd be too giddy. He's like, oh god, it's Godzilla.
Yeah.
He just walks up with Megas and he's just like you just see Megas hold his hands up to his mouth like, oh my god, I am a huge fan.
I mean, Godzilla's only died like twice, so.
Wow, that's
You
better
can't keep
than
him down.
most Japanese protagonists.
That was the original movie. He was killed with an oxygen destroyer. And then Godzilla vs. Destroyer, his heart literally started breaking down into a nuclear reactor. Because he was
Jesus.
so like he just showed up in like
Can we
Hong
talk
Kong.
about how Destroyer is like the most badass like
Oh, yeah.
Godzilla villain
Metal-
though?
The most metal villain.
I love his design.
Destroyer. Because there's a random
name's-
O in there.
because
His
they
name
couldn't
is-
trademark Destroyer.
His name is Destroyer. What does he do?
Destroy.
Destroyer. That's what he do. He destroyer.
You know, that's what was yeah, no, he starts like his heart turns into a nuclear reactor that's melting down, and everyone's just like, well, fuck, he blows up. That might blow up the planet. So it's like the Japanese government trying to figure out how to stop like the explosion from happening, and they're like, let's just freeze him.
Let's just freeze him. Well, I mean,
That's eventually what they do in the end, is they just kind of freeze him, and then he dies, and then gives all of his power to his son.
How come we never thought of this before? It's a lizard. Just freeze him.
that's true.
But it's a really awesome design though. Like his whole body is like orange and stuff like on it, like glowing, because like his whole body's just breaking down.
Oh god, I forgot that. Yeah, he has like the horn katana and everything. Like, God, Destroyer was so fucking cool.
Yeah.
He was badass.
Yeah.
King Ghidorah is still the coolest though.
Yeah, you know what? Instead of Godzilla versus Monster, King Ghidorah versus Destroyer. That's the movie we need.
We'll settle it in Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee.
Yeah. I don't have
do
that
that.
one though. I have Unleashed and the other
Alright,
one.
let's play Unleashed then.
Yeah.
Let's play all of them.
Do you guys think that ancient Greek mythology of the Titans is just classic kaiju?
Pretty much. I mean, there's
Never
plenty of
thought of
kaiju in Greek mythology. There's
Yeah.
Charybdis. There's the Hydra. There's that thing that was like right across the street from Charybdis.
Across
They
the
got like
streets.
giant scorpions and
Sclera.
shit too.
Scylla.
Skrillex?
Skrillex.
Hold up.
Skrillex.
Check the chat.
Yeah, I see.
Do we want to end it there then?
All right, I'm
let's finish this up.
recording. Yeah, I'm recording the screen. So, let's finish this up, Freddy.
So we're just ending it now? Okay.
Yeah.
So we're
So
back
you
from
can
some-
say due to technical difficulties, we'll be ending the podcast at this moment.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Yeah,
It happens.
it's all right. It's your first time. Everyone, has this problem getting it up, Jen. It's fine.
All right, and that's the end of the podcast. I want to thank everyone for listening. Make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. We have more content going up on there. Steins Gate Elite should be on like episode 3 or 4 by now. And we have our quick bits going up, so you can always listen to quick little tidbits of our shows and cherry pick the parts you like. And make sure you subscribe to us on iTunes and Podcast Addict.
And
So,
dig
I've been
us.
Freddy. Yeah, and dig us. I've been Freddy.
I've been
I've been
Celebrity
Pete.
Rob Lowe, and I really wanted to talk about War of the Monsters, but we're ending the podcast.
Damn it, Rob. You took my spot. I've been Pete.
I've been Dale.
I've been JP.
I've been taking
Thanks.
spots.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
With the gang having done their topic on kaiju, who will they bet on in the great next fight of King Kong versus Godzilla? Find out next time on the podcast.